So we were talking about factive presupposition, which in this factive presupposition, they is generally associated with certain kind of verbs that are regrets, realize, aware, and glad. So this it is generally followed by verbs. Such this particular presupposition is generally followed by these verbs. So the next kind of presupposition is lexical presupposition. Lexical presupposition um, is a kind of presupposition which assert asserts a meaning that is generally traditionally understood or interpreted with the um, with the presupposition that that meaning another meaning is understood. I mean, the meaning that has not been asserted is understood in this particular uh, lexical presupposition. Uh, the meaning that is uh, generally interpreted with with this presupposition that the another kind of meaning that is not asserted is comprehended. So, um, for example, we have some examples. Someone managed to do something. So, what is the presupposition in this regard? The person succeeded in some way. He stopped smoking. And what is the presupposition? He used to smoke once. Acha. He started complaining. What does this mean? So it means that they weren't complaining. There was a time that they were not complaining. So the next example says they are late again. It means that they were late. They are habitual of coming late. So they were late before. This is lexical presupposition that we uh, um, the speak when this utterance is made. What is the presupposition? Listening from this presupposition, it says that they are already they usually they were late before. So in case of this lexical presupposition, um, the speaker or the utterance maker uses particular um, expression, and these expressions are presupposed by uh, the meaning the un stated non-asserted concepts are generally assumed, and these are the kind of um, um, the that kind of presuppositions which are interpreted from the um, or the assumed from the assertion or the utterance. So next is structural presupposition. Structural presupposition is presupposition which is generally linked with the use of certain words and phrases. Uh, there are certain sentences that have been analyzed as um, conventionally and regularly presupposing that the part of structure is already assumed to be true. So in this case, speaker can use structures to treat information as presupposed, assume that is generally assumed to be true. So it is accepted as true by the listener. For example, when did he leave? This sentence, when you say this, when did he leave? So the presupposition is that he has already left. Where did you buy the bike? So what is presupposed here? That you have bought that you have bought any specific kind of buying. So structural presupposition can lead the listeners to believe that the information that is presented is true, rather than just uh, the presupposition of the person asking the question. So this structural presupposition is generally associated with a kind of certain kinds of words and phrases, and it comes with this presupposition that whatever has been um, um, communicated is true. It is supposed that it is true. So the next one is non-factive presupposition. Non-factive presupposition is one that is assumed not to be true, right? It is generally believed that with this, when these utterances are made, they are made with this presupposition that it's the things that have been said are not true. For example, verbs like dream, imagine, pretend. So these are used with the presupposition that the is what is about to uttered is not true. So examples, for example, I dreamed that I was rich. I dreamed that um, I was a uh, um, what what do you say? I dreamed that I have a Ferrari car. So it means I'm not rich. I don't have a Ferrari car. We imagine we were in Hawaii. So we were not in Hawaii. So he pretended to be ill. So it means that he's not actually ill. It's not true. It's non-factive. So with these non-factive presuppositions, it is, and then these verbs such as dream, imagine, wished, um, and so on are used in those presuppositions. It is assumed and it is already taken for granted, and it's already part of the communication that whatever is being followed is not actually true. So then you have counterfactual presupposition. Counterfactual presupposition is the one that um, what is presupposed is not non-true, but it is opposite of what is true or contrary to fact. A conditional structure. So in this you use conditional structures, and these are generally associated with counterfactual presuppositions. Um, for example, the construction if clause that is generally associated with this kind of counterfactual presupposition. Um, for example, if you were my friend, you would help me. So, what is the presupposition? What is the counterfactual presupposition here? You're not my friend. If I were in, I'm not in. This is the counterfactual presupposition. So, this was about um, uh, presupposition. We are going to discuss this presupposition and the implication of presupposition, and um, how this particular um, pragmatic notion can be investigated, and what kind of projects we can have on this um, pragmatic notion. We will discuss all these things in detail in our upcoming online class. So, thank you very much, my dear scholars. See you in our tomorrow's class. Khuda Hafiz.